you hear these things from all different spiritual traditions from all over the place. Just the fact that you're hearing from all these different traditions, this idea that God is everywhere and some perception of it,
Mm.
or everything being one in one sense, that so many people are feeling this and reporting it, it lends credence to its truth. And I think even someone like, Matthew Perry, who we don't think of as a yogi, we think of as a television star, um, and struggling with addiction. Well, sometimes your struggle actually brings you to a point where you actually you surrender in a sense. You
That's
say, right?
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so then you pick up on what others aren't picking up. And when you said it's meditation, I was thinking it's yoga, and it reminded me. This is from Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Okay,
Tell me. Tell me.
and about the idea of something being everywhere and just needing to tune into it. As fire is found in wood, as water is hidden in springs, as cream is hidden in milk, and oil in the sesame seed, the Paramatma is perceived when sought with truth and discipline, with satya and tapas. One should know that highest truth, Brahman, the all-pervading Lord, who is hidden like butter in milk, through spiritual knowledge and discipline. This is the supreme teaching of the Upanishads.
That's an amazing
Incredible, right?
quote, huh?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from Super Soul Farm, it's Wisdom of the Sages, a Bhakti Yoga podcast with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator at the Bhakti Center in New York, Kaustubha Das. Welcome to the show. It's Monday, September 29th, 2025. It's episode 1675. We got to do something big for 1700, Kaustubha.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's think of something cool. Let's do people's stories coming to Bhakti. It's always interesting hearing people's stories, how they got to Bhakti.
All right.
You know?
Sure.
We see our own story in it, and we wow. Huh. How are you? Great weekend. Philadelphia.
Wonderful weekend in Philadelphia.
The city of brotherly love. We went to Wisdom of the Sages team. We assembled in the Philadelphia Friday night. Kaustubha led a great class. Then when there was Rath Yatra, that was quite wonderful. And Philadelphia is a beautiful city. And lots of great kirtan. We had a nice little party at our Wisdom of the Sages table. Lots of singing and lots of chanting.
Connecting with a lot of others and listeners of different sorts, Zoomers.
Yeah, it was super cool. People just coming up. I'm another. And now people you don't expect. People don't even expect, like Indian ladies coming up to me. Oh, Raghunath, we all watch you in our house. I was like, really?
Screen.
You? I wasn't expecting you. I was expecting some hardcore guy. Yeah, it's interesting with podcasts. It's just like throwing a bunch of seeds out there on the lawn, or flower seeds, and seeing like, oh, a flower grew there and there and there. It's sort of random who listens to it. Usually there's sort of a particular demographic, like when we were speaking about Krishna in the hardcore scene, everybody was from the hardcore scene. Or if it's, in the old days it was like a lot of hippies would get into it. Now it's such everybody gets into bhakti. It's really interesting.
Indian ladies shouldn't be surprising.
Well, Indian ladies, you think they're not going to listen to our podcast or the other sources of information to get bhakti information from?
Yeah.
But,
Now, you and I both had the same realization this weekend, right, Raghunath?
Yeah.
Right.
Kaustubha called me and he goes, you know what was special about the Philadelphia Rath Yatra?
I know what you're going to say.
Different, but I'm going to say it anyway. Different than LA and different New York, that instead of like singing on the stage to everybody down like you're putting on a performance, all the kirtan was going sitting on the ground.
They opened up a big tent.
Deities, right, and then the deities were on the cart.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just singing to the deities all day long.
It was it was big enough that a lot of people could fit under there. And I think not just for the devotees that are participating in the kirtan, but for other people that are witnessing it. I think you interpret it in a very different way. Like if you see the stage performance, you kind of just say, okay. And then you kind of compare it to the music that you listen to. Do I like
Right.
this
I've
as much
seen
as
an
the other?
outdoor concert before.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a festival, an outdoor festival, or an Oktoberfest, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
some type of outdoor musical performance, or a cultural performance, or
Yeah.
no, this is different.
Yeah. Then
All
when
the
you,
worshipers are on the ground, and the
yeah, this is a group of
worshipers,
people doing something together, right?
and these guys,
It's a new experience.
Kaustubha too. Man, I'm like a B-rate kirtan guy. You know that. I walked
You did
in.
good.
I'm playing with like the Rolling Stones of kirtan. These guys sitting, the people I sat down with, they can all sing. They can all play musical instruments. They're playing cartels like you've never heard them before. I'm walking in there sounding like a champ.
They looked great too. Like the whole setup looked cool. You know, it's like these
Yeah.
Indian guys with like the nice kurta on and then the garland and the whole thing looked kind of, you had your beard there. You look kind of
I showed up
serious.
there in my Mr. Rourke outfit. I look like
I
I
don't,
walked right up
I
in
didn't get it.
Fantasy Island.
You look like Vishwamitra Muni on Friday night, where I thought you might go more casual. I went casual. Then I went to Dodie on Saturday, and you switched over to casual.
You know, you got to keep people guessing. They can't
That's
let,
what you're
don't
doing.
let
You're trying to
people
shake it
figure
up.
you out.
Okay.
But I will say, like, just sitting and having that curiosity. You know what? I think it was impressive also. If an outsider was walking by, they're like, "What is going on with these people?"
That's my point.
Because when it's impressive when
Yes.
it's and there's something different about a kirtan that's not a performance.
It says
They're not
community.
doing it for you.
Yeah.
They're doing it for God. Yeah, it just says real loud community here. Like
That's the nature of Sankirtan. The idea is everyone can participate, right? It's a very different idea than performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Take note, other Ratha Yatras out there.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. I'm gonna bring that up to the. I have a little bit of leverage with LA. I don't think anybody in New York listens to me, but in LA, I can get my 2 cents in there, my 2
Yeah.
pice.
I like
Oh
that.
yeah,
And
but
it was when I walked in, you were there, and it was probably under that tent. I don't know, 300 people, maybe something like that.
at least,
Couple
yeah.
hundred, yeah, 300. And it was formed nicely. And you were in the center, like, and it just opened up. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful kirtan.
And before I went on, there was just a young Indian girl just singing. Yeah, it was so
Oh, she's
good.
incredible.
She was so incredible. And then Money sang after me. She's got an
also
incredible voice too.
Powerful, yeah.
The whole thing was just really, really nice.
All
Really
right.
nice. Truthfully, I was a little intimidated. I usually sing around non-devotees and people non-devotees are like, oh, that's interesting and cultural and
You have a way
spiritual.
of getting everyone together. That's the point, and that's all the kirtan leader has to do. They don't have to be like Pavarati or anything. They just have to get everybody chanting together in the right mood, chanting for Krishna, not just doing a performance. And you
Imagine
really
if Pavarotti did kirtan. That would be great.
that would be pretty cool.
I would love to see that. Gopala.
What if it was all 3 tenors there, just kind of
Mm.
sharing the mic, put back and forth?
Well, it's coming. There's a bhakti revolution happening. We're riding that wave.
All right.
It's like it's one of the big waves, for this Maha waves.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else you want to share about Philadelphia?
What else about Philly? Just wonderful to be with Hari Yashra. Wonderful. I want to go and I think both of us, all 3 of us, should spend more time in Philly. I think we should make it a regular thing because they're just good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of our listeners there. Really great mood. Hari Yashra is just so wide open too. You know, it's like it's a place that we can connect. I think.
Hariash is good. He's a special soul.
And they're opening up that cool new restaurant.
Yeah.
Say She Ate.
Stay She Ate. That's a pretty good name. And it's
Say
it's
She
a little
Ate.
Bombay cafe. It's
Yeah.
super cute. It's right on like 1306 12. What's the address?
1408.
1408 South
South
Street.
Street.
It's right there. Say She Ate. Everybody check it out. I
People
think it's
walking
opening this week.
1306. Where's this Bombay restaurant?
Anyway, check it out. It's a wonderful little place.
Yeah.
And I've got to put it. There's an ice cream place that has vegan options also that it's very good, Kaustubha. They really
for the
did
ice
it.
cream
It's
place?
packed with Indians, and it's super hip.
Did they have like carrot halva ice cream?
Carrot halva ice cream. They had
Uh,
they had roti and ghee ice
ice
cream.
cream?
Ice cream.
How is
Parlay
that?
G soft serve.
Parlay G soft serve. Come on.
I can see Raghunath. Can I test that one, please? Yeah. And they
Can
they
I
had that
ta-
little
There's
scoop.
spicy peanut. I mean, it was very, very cool. It was very cool. It was packed with Indians.
Did they have sitafal?
No, they didn't.
No, it's hard to get Sitapal here.
They
Anyway.
frozen.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, Miss Mara, what's up? What's going on?
Well,
There's some announcements, Miss Mara. Poor Miss Mara, she's got allergies. She's sneezing her head off.
Mara.
yeah, just since last night, I was doing.
No, she's
I was
doing
doing
great.
great all weekend.
All
Yeah.
night long, she's sneezing her head off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay now? How do you feel now? A little nut here or there.
Hay
Um,
fever.
no fever.
No, hay
Yeah.
fever.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it means, but they
No,
always
hay
say it.
fever means when you're allergic to hay.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Have you ever been around hay?
I have been, yes.
Have you been?
Really
I have
spent
been,
time with the
Raghunath.
hay?
Probably just
Have
as
you
much
ever
as
like
you.
been in a
It's probably
hay-
just as much as you. There's no hay on your
you
farm there.
haven't. No, you haven't.
All right, let's get into our announcements.
No, you haven't.
you don't know the difference between hay and straw, do you?
I probably don't.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Our Sage Group registration is 83% full, and people
Okay.
have until this Friday night at midnight to register for a Sage Group if they haven't done it, or they can sign up for a second or a third Sage Group. And there's a couple new Sage Groups going on this
New
round.
specialized sage groups.
Specialized one. One is Sarah Louise is leading queer and trans women group. And
Very
then
different.
yeah.
Yes.
And then Narayani and Ishri Sundari are bringing back their singles group.
So that's different,
Singles
but it's been
group.
done before.
Yeah, it's a safe
What
space.
if you're
for-
in that singles group?
What do you mean? What?
Wait, is the singles group just for women?
No.
No.
Just single
It's
people.
just a single
But
people.
when they say singles, it doesn't mean like it's a pickup thing, right?
No,
Oh,
it's a safe space for single individuals to connect, share their experiences, and find support.
wait, are there like predators in other groups?
No,
What's
it's
going
like,
on
in
here?
other words, say like you're a single person, you're in your 30s or your 40s, and it's
Or
a unique
50s, yeah.
experience to approach bhakti from that angle in life, and it's helpful to talk to other people that are like in the same space. So it's
Okay.
not that that's the subject, but because all the people in the group share that background, then when they speak, they can kind of speak from coming from a similar place.
Okay.
Now that's Sarah. She's one of the hosts of the Modern Yogi podcasts.
Oh,
Ah, Modern Yogi.
Shamali.
podcast.
yeah.
Okay, great. Cool.
Yeah. So time to sign
So
up.
they have until Friday night at midnight. to
Are
pick up.
those the only ones that are open?
No, there's other
those
groups
are
that
just
open.
new, and we want
They're
to
the new
let
groups for
people
this
know about
session.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got a nugget, Raghunath.
All right.
All right. Let's get
Today's
this
nugget comes from Matthew Perry
Matthew Perry.
of the Friends.
He's the guy from Friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. He says, God is everywhere. You just have to clear your channel or you'll miss it.
He's a God guy.
Well, he's a
guy.
recovery guy, Raghunath.
Oh, he's a recovery guy. Recovery guys.
No,
They're like.
I
deep
think
God guys.
tragically he passed away though. Did he OD or did he
What?
commit suicide? Or something?
I gotta watch the news more.
Yeah, but he spoke a lot.
Henry
about
says
recovery.
no. No, you don't.
He passed away. Yeah.
Read that again, Mara.
God is everywhere. You just have to clear your channel or you'll miss it.
Yes, I like this. I like the way he puts this. Right.
Yes.
Like God is everywhere. The signal is always being broadcast. But if my channel's full of static, I can't pick it up.
Right.
Right. Or if I'm on a different channel. Right.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if I'm on a different channel. If I'm on ESPN, I'm not going to get HBO. Huh?
That's right.
Right. I can't pick it up. And then
Got
the
Jesus right there on one channel, and you're on ESPN. You're not good.
Right. And you know, when we grew up, it was static. You just get that. That was like a channel. I don't think they have that anymore. But here's the static: my own ego, my addictions, my stress, the endless noise of the world, my worries, my fears, my anxiety, my desires that I know in my heart of hearts will not fulfill what I actually want. It's like having the best song ever playing on the radio, but you're just turned a hair off the station, right? So all you hear is fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, do people even listen to the radio anymore? The
It's
song's
not
still
so much,
there,
I think.
but you got to dial it in. And that's what clear your channel means, like cleaning out the junk, getting still, so you can actually feel that presence that's been there the entire time. This is meditation.
Right.
This is meditation. Sit down, shut up, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're living in the static of the mind. And you remember the old days when you have to like, people don't even remember this other generation. You have to like, to get to a radio station. We used to listen to punk stations, and they were only on
College.
like at 11 o'clock at night on WUSB or WNYU or these obscure college stations. And to listen to punk music, you couldn't listen to it on the radio, and no one had records out practically. And you had to like dial in this like hard to get station. And it was just like
FMU
static
from New
FMU.
Jersey. You get a
And
little
you have
sand
to
in the
stay
face,
up at
Raghunath.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Hear a
And
little
that's how
sand
you
in the
got it.
face. Do you remember?
Huh?
You tune in, hear sand in the face.
Yeah, sand in the face. Remember that? I saw them. Sand in the face. They were good, actually. But here's my point: is Krishna, God, truth, love, your higher power is always there, and the perfection of yoga is to actually fine tune ourselves to the instructions of God. So it's almost like God is not our co-pilot; God's driving the car.
Okay.
You know what I mean? God is driving the vehicle. Our sadhana bhakti, our spiritual regular practice, is to try to get on board, is to try to step into. Ever see people like there are these people dancing in the park, and there was just one guy leading the park. I was visiting my mom in New York City. So there's one guy leading a dance, and there's all these women who cannot keep up with this guy leading the dance. But you can see some women. So I don't know how they did this. Maybe there's like a video they bring home or something. But these women, some were better than the others, keeping up with this guy. Then they all spin at the same time. Then they all touch their knees at the same time. It was some type of Latin dance.
Okay. The Macarena.
Whatever. My point is this. Krishna's got a cadence. Krishna's got a rhythm. Krishna's got a dance he's doing. And our sadhana bhakti, our regular practice, is to bring us in line with Krishna's cadence, with Krishna's rhythm, with Krishna's...
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just going
I
off.
like what you just said.
You like that?
Yeah, because generally we think of conforming or surrendering or something as like, now I lost, I've given up my individuality, I've given up my... No, it's like you're falling into a beautiful dance. That's the point. If you got a bunch of people dancing nicely and one idiot is over here like, I'm going to dance my own way right in the middle of this. No, that's just going to create discord. You learn to dance with everyone, and when you do, then it becomes special, and you begin to feel what it's all about. Right?
Once you walk out, you said this once. I'm going to quote you, and you don't even know you said this, but once you step outside of Dharma, life gets real messy real quick.
That's right. Yes.
You said that. And that's a fact. So we're trying to like walk in this cadence, move like Krishna moves, and life becomes beautiful, and it comes out in your own beautiful way.
That's true.
Right? Like we got Dan Murphy here. He's listening to the show. Dan Murphy is an incredible street artist. And so bhakti is going to manifest through his art. You got Timothy Tucker making t-shirts. You got Sweet Lady Kate. She's a baker. She makes vegan pastries. It's all going to come out through your unique way. Lori Pack's an incredible yoga teacher. And bhakti, and there's a lot of great yoga teachers, but she's a bhakti yoga teacher. And so it comes out through her. When she speaks in a yoga class, you like click in, something touches your heart. This is manifest in the way our body was designed. Our body and our mind is designed in a certain way. And when you get in the cadence with the way Krishna walks, then it manifests in your unique way. That's unique to you, but it's in accordance to bhakti.
But you got to tune in. Yeah.
What do they say in the 60s?
Drop out, tune in, drop out, turn on, or something like that.
Something like that.
Drop out, tune in, turn on. Something like that.
By the way, if you ever want, you know what we did on the drive back? That drive back went back so quick.
You see that?
The drive down there took forever. The drive back went so quick. We just decided we're going to listen to Prabhupada. What are they called? Prabhupada Memories?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, my God. We listened to that the entire time, like 4.5 hours of Prabhupada Memories.
Yeah.
And you can get lost in that world of what it was like to meet Prabhupada back then.
You dropped out and you tuned in and you turned on.
Yeah, yeah. And I heard this guy talk. He goes, yeah, I met some devotees and they were distributing books, and I said, hey, are any of you guys going to this Moody Blues concert?
Moody Blues.
The Moody Blues concert? And the guy
Breathe
goes, yeah,
deep
we're going to the
together
Moody.
and bloom.
He goes, we're going to the Moody Blues concert. We're going to sell incense there and these books. He goes, you want to ride? He goes, yeah. He goes, I got in that van. I never left. I became a devotee. I just got in that van. Then they asked me, hey, come help us sell incense and books. I was like, okay. I let my tickets go and I just hung out with these devotees. And then I stayed at the temple. It's like, it's amazing. And I don't know if it's like that anymore, but it's amazing. These people met Prabhupada, and there's something about when the master comes like that. They change their entire
It makes it a lot
life.
easier to tune in. Right.
Yeah, because you realize this person is so damn tuned
Broadcasting
in.
a strong signal.
Right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like when you get these strong radio stations and you are really like, wow, this is coming in clear. There's absolutely no static. When you meet a person like that with no static, they have no ulterior motives. They want nothing from you. You're just like, I want to give everything to this person.
Yep.
Hmm?
Raghu, when I heard this, I think that recovery does this for a lot of people, and I think what he's saying, I think it's very sincere, and I think it's like it's real, he kind of got it. God is everywhere. You just had to clear your channel. And you said this is meditation. I thought the same thing. I thought this is yoga, right? If you want to boil it down, you can say yoga is tuning yourself in such a way where you tune out all the static, and then you start to perceive what others aren't perceiving, which is all around us at every moment. It's everywhere. From all great spiritual traditions, there's people I just actually heard an interview that was done by this guy Alex O'Connor, who's this. He used to go by the moniker the Cosmic Skeptic. I don't think he really goes by that anymore. But he's like an agnostic, but he's like very open. He's not like ruled by some animosity towards the idea of God. So he questions everything. And he was interviewing someone that was talking about what it means to be sublime. What is something that's sublime? I won't go into all the details of that. But he was saying that, Alex O'Connor was saying, you hear these things from all different spiritual traditions from all over the place. Just the fact that you're hearing from all these different traditions, this idea that God is everywhere and some perception of it, or everything being one in one sense, that so many people are feeling this and reporting it, it lends credence to its truth. And I think even someone like, Matthew Perry, who we don't think of as a yogi, we think of as a television star, and struggling with addiction. Well, sometimes your struggle actually brings you to a point where you actually you surrender, in a sense. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. And so then you pick up on what others aren't picking up. And when you said it's meditation, I was thinking it's yoga, and it reminded me, this is from Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Okay.
Tell me.
And about the idea of something being everywhere and just needing to tune into it. As fire is found in wood, as water is hidden in springs, as cream is hidden in milk, and oil in the sesame seed. The Paramatma is perceived when sought with truth and discipline, with satya and tapas. One should know that highest truth, Brahman, the all-pervading Lord, who is hidden like butter in milk, through spiritual knowledge and discipline. This is the supreme teaching of the Upanishads.
That's an amazing,
incredible.
That's
right?
an amazing quote, huh? Butter is hidden in milk.
It's there. Someone
Like
could look and say,
oil.
there's no butter in here.
If you hand me a bunch of sesame seeds, I was like, and you say, hey, there's oil in here. I was like, you're crazy.
But
There's oil in the sesame seeds.
Yeah, with tapas, you gotta. I don't know exactly. I don't know if they heat a sesame seed to get the oil.
Grind it.
That's part of you grind. Yeah, but it's this satyam and tapas. You grind it out. You'll see what we don't what most people don't see. It's there all the time. And again, when it comes to these skeptics, it's funny because science, for some people, and there was someone, I'm forgetting who it was now, but that said, like when you take your first dose of science, you kind of like forget God, but then when you get to the bottom, your first sip, you forget God, but when you get to the bottom of the glass, you see God down there at the bottom. But the idea of like, someone could say there are radio waves that are all everywhere. They're just everywhere. They're all around us,
Great analogy. Keep going.
Yeah, and if someone would apply the type of skepticism and empiricism that many of these types of atheists apply, then they would say, no, this is absurd that there's some radio waves going through the air. We don't see them. Why should we accept that they're there? No, they're there. It just takes the right kind of knowledge. Here it says through knowledge and discipline, right? To perceive it. It's going to take the right kind of knowledge and discipline to perceive it. Same with God everywhere.
Sorry to interrupt. Achyuta Prabhu is like our Jamie on the Joe Rogan podcast. He always is right there with
stuff up.
Yeah, check it out. He says, Werner Heisenberg said, the first gulp from the glass of natural science will turn you into an atheist.
Okay.
But at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you.
Okay.
Great quote.
Great quote.
And, the interesting thing is all these things that Prabhupada sort of came up with, were popularized, the regulative principles, at a time when people were like, let's just be free. Let's just be undisciplined. Why? Who needs all these disciplines? Because without these principles of controlling your tongue, controlling your ears, controlling your thoughts, controlling your senses, not having like illicit, hundreds of girlfriends and just or boyfriends, just trying to be like controlled in your sexuality, in your finances, in your like gambling, in intoxicants, and what you put in your mouth. These are the things that create static in the mind.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
These are the things. All these things are meant to, these yamas and the niyamas, these restrictions aren't to hinder us. They're to enhance freedom.
That's right.
How much freedom does an addict have?
Expand your
all
perception.
Those things are very slippery. They're very, very slippery. Like you go to an edge of a waterfall sometimes, and people think, oh, I'm just going to look over the water. No, the whole thing is covered in like this slippery slime. And people just slide down these like waterfall slides right into the water, because that is what drugs, alcohol, and people say, well, no, not me. Well, maybe not you, but maybe somebody else very close to you. A lot of people suffer with this. They say, well, it's not me. I won't get addicted to it. I don't have that mentality. Yeah, you might not, but a lot of people do. A lot of people risk their whole life just indulging in these things. So there are restrictions in a Vedic system. And in traditional India, they kept those those lines were cut in stone. Right. Now India's become more like the West. Hey, let's be more casual. What's the big deal? You guys are so uptight. My grandfather was so uptight about all this stuff. There was a reason. And India will soon find the problems with being very, very soft with the rules. No. And Americans, we're trying to get more serious with the rules, because we're starting to understand the benefits of restriction
and the problems when you're unrestricted. I think is the real thing. We're starting to understand what happened. I was just thinking that I heard this horrible, sad news yesterday of this church.
Oh no!
And these things are just happening all the time. These are symptoms of ourselves just being unrestricted. Not and it's not what one thing that I really appreciate. Because I've been studying Bhagavad-gītā for this past month. What the way the yoga culture presents this, like we said, is satyam and tapas, right? With truth and discipline. It's not some like religious thing like follow this or you go to hell.
Right?
Because it's evil. Or let's put it that way, right? This is evil. Why is it evil? Why is it evil to have sex? Why is it evil to to do these things? What the Bhagavad-gītā is, it's not a command saying you must do this. It's rather, it's like, let me lay out how the world works. And then let me lay out, here's different ways that you can approach it, and here are the consequences of each way. If you approach it this way, your perception will be dulled and dulled and dulled, and the consequence of that is you won't be perceiving truth and you'll suffer. Whereas if you begin to regulate your life and discipline your life and contemplate truth and so on, what will happen is your perception will expand. You'll see exactly what's happening in this world, and you'll become free. And that's how yoga is presented. It's not like if you hear it from a good teacher, you'll see this isn't some dogmatic presentation. This is like it's opening up possibilities. It's showing different approaches and the consequences of the different approaches. And then at the end of the Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna says, "Now I've shared it with you, Arjuna. Think about it. Take your time. Think about it, and then do what you want to do." But you'll have to accept the consequences either way.
This is good stuff,
Yoga,
Baba.
yoga. All right, you ready?
I'm going on a multi-day bike trip tomorrow.
I heard you were wandering off into the wilderness on your own, Raghunath.
By myself.
Are you bringing a gun with you? Tell the truth. A gun in the backpack there.
No.
Are you going out into the wilderness?
Not into the wilderness, but
Going.
no. I mean, it is the
bike-
beautiful
bike path.
countryside.
You
in
just need a little
upstate New
time
York.
alone with you
I'm
and
not
God.
bikepacking. I'll probably stay places. I'm not that prepared, ready. I just feel like the end of the season's coming. I need to do something to get my
Clear your channel.
Yes. That's what happens when I ride a bike. It clears my channel better than driving a car works for that way to me, but cars are zooming around. I used to just drive and I would like write songs when driving. Now I just need to ride. So I'm going to go out,
All right, for a few days.
ride for a few days,
When do you leave?
probably tomorrow afternoon
All right, so Wednesday you're going to do the show from the road.
somewhere.
All right, man. Look at you.
Somewhere.
That beard is going to get longer. People are going to start to think you're crazy.
Oh, that crazy guy on the bike. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to announce it.
Raghunath comes
sitting on
back
the road
after
somewhere anyway.
after 20 minutes on the road. Got a flat tire. It started to rain. I came back home.
Yeah, I was debating whether either to announce it on the show, because once you announce it, then people are like, "Well, what happened? Why'd you quit?"
What happened?
Everyone's like, and Kaustubha, you would have been like, "Yeah, you're right. You'll make it 4 miles," and you'll be like, "It's raining. I'm going home."
I told you so.
You know what? I'm going to try. I need something like this that's different than what I normally do
No, I think that's good.
to clear my head.
Clear it
I
out.
think it'd probably be very good for you.
Thank you.
to
Raghunath.
get out of your box there in New York City and go into nature.
Well, I'll be going to the Himalayas in a month and a half or so.
That's right. I can't believe I'm going to India. I'm so excited. All right, Baba, let's
All right,
talk.
hit it. Narayanam.
Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam madire. Before we start the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Narayan. Unto Narayan Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayeshu badrishu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati utamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in class in the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart will become eradicated, and loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, will be established as an irrevocable fact. Om Jnana Timurandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmidatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My teachers are opening my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances at their lotus feet. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 13, Text 15. Hey, the
All right.
Nrsimhadev movie is on Netflix. Just thought I'd share that.
I want to see it when I go up there.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
You got it,
And-
right?
Yeah.
All right. Check that out.
It is, man. When Prahlad speaks, I want to cry.
No.
It really touches my heart.
Now, our story continues that Krishna went with his friends. They're having a great time. They're having a picnic by the bank of the river. Everybody's happy. Krishna looks around. Oh, the cows have wandered off.
I'll go. The kids were in total anxiety. Krishna says,
No, you-
don't sweat it. I'll get them.
I got this.
I'll get this. I'll get these.
You
I'll
wandered
get
off?
these." Wanders off.
No cows. Looks back, no kids.
No kids. Everything's gone.
Okay.
Someone's trying to Brahma is trying to trick Krishna.
Trying to trick
Right.
him.
What's this called in Sanskrit? Brahma Vimohan Leela.
Yeah. He becomes bewildered. He's about to become bewildered.
Brahma tries to bewilder Krishna. What happens? He becomes
Other way.
bewildered.
He becomes bewildered.
Brahma's, you got to understand if you're new to this, Brahma's the big one. He's not like a demigod like all the other demigods.
No, he's
He is
above them.
like, yeah, he is like a deity of creation of this world.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is interesting because he's seen this little form of Krishna. Everybody's making a big deal. Like he just killed the Sagasura snake. And
Right.
there was a whole celestial party that went off in celebration of it. And Brahma's like, okay, hold it. Let me check this out. What's everybody making such a big deal about? Now Brahma, he's like a devotee of Vishnu. He's not. It's not like he doesn't realize that there's a universal controller and everything.
Mhm.
But he hasn't connected that this little Krishna is Vishnu. That Vishnu comes from this Krishna. That he doesn't know. And
Well, it's one of
so when he sees, and it's one thing to see the four-armed form of Vishnu and say, okay, he's in a whole nother category, Here's this
sometimes
little
when I
form.
lived in LA, you would see like these guys that look practically unhomed walking around, and
They're
someone's
like
like,
a
"Oh, don't you know
huge
who that is?
director or
That's like the
something."
biggest director."
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So Krishna is like, he's not parading around that he is the source of all demigods. He's parading around like a little kid. So in one sense, you could just not take him serious, especially if you have a very big position.
Right.
Sometimes there's like billionaires who drive around in simple automobiles. They don't have some, incredible Bentley or a Ferrari. They just like play it down. Krishna plays down his opulence because he finds it's more fun to play it down.
Yeah.
Life is more fun as a little kid.
When
If you
everybody
had
thinks I'm
everything in the
God,
world, wouldn't you
this-
just want to be like a young little boy
Yeah.
living in the countryside?
And by the way, Raghunath, we took note of you using the politically correct unhomed.
Unhomed.
I
Because
don't get it.
that's so much better than saying homeless.
I don't get it. But any case,
Unhomed.
let us begin the reading.
Text 15. O Maharaj, Brahma, who resides in the higher planetary system in the sky, has observed the activities of the most powerful Krishna in delivering Aghasura, and he was astonished. Now that same Brahma wanted to know how some of his own power and see the power of Krishna, who was engaged in his childhood pastimes, playing as if with ordinary cowherd boys. Therefore, in Krishna's absence, Brahma took all the boys and calves to another place.
Come on.
Thus he became entangled, for in the very near future, he would see how powerful Krishna was.
Very near.
Thereafter, when Krishna was unable to find the calves, he returned to the bank of the river, but there he was unable to see the cowherd boys.
Okay.
Thus he began to search for both the calves and the boys, as if he could not understand what had happened. Oh, you punked Krishna.
And
You
he
didn't
was
punk
playing along
Krishna.
with it. He was playing
He's-
along with
he's
it. Like
playing along.
I don't
Okay, you
know
gonna
what's
punk
going
me?
on.
Yeah, it's like when a parent, like sometimes a child is hiding, but they're
Right.
so young they don't understand like you're visible, and the parent will go, "Where are you? Oh, I'm lost." Like I'll take Bhakti Vinod's daughter. I put her on my shoulders. Like, where did she go? Where did she go? And she's like, "I'm up here. I'm up here." Like the little kids love that game. I play that game with all kids. You got a kid, I'll play that game with your kid. And the kids love it because they think they're hiding. They think they've tricked you. You can't trick Krishna.
All right.
Thereafter, when Krishna was unable to find the calves, he
No.
returned. Thereafter, when Krishna was unable to find the
No,
calves,
I think 17. You didn't.
17. When Krishna was unable to find the calves and their caretakers, the cowherd boys, anywhere in the forest, he could suddenly understand that this was a trick of Brahma.
Mhm.
Thereafter, just to create pleasure for both Brahma and for the mothers of the calves and the cowherd boys, Krishna, the creator of the entire cosmic manifestation, expanded himself. as calves and boys.
What a beautiful painting of this one, Raghunath.
So wait a second. Here's my question here. Just to create pleasure. So he created pleasure for the mothers of the calves and the cowherd boys to make them feel like, oh, it's okay, my kids are still here.
Well,
or to watch the joke that was going on.
No. Because what hasn't been revealed yet is that for 1 year, Krishna is going to continue to play the role of the boys and the calves. And so when he goes home, when all the cowherd boys go home, it's actually Krishna going into their home. So when the parents of these cowherd boys, they love their own children, but Krishna is the very source of everything that they love in their own children is Krishna's energy. And now it's Krishna walking into their own home, and he gives them such pleasure. He becomes their son for a year. And we're,
For a year.
And we're going to see this because it'll come up later. But one day, the cowherd men, they got their cows, like the big cows.
Yeah.
And then the cowherd boys, they have the younger cows off somewhere else. And then they're not supposed to come together during the day. But suddenly all the cows start running for the calves like crazy.
They're obsessed with the calves.
Obsessed with the calves. And the cowherd men are like, oh, we got to stop the cows. And the reason was... And so the men are like, oh no, the cows are running off. We got to go herd them up. And so they're chasing them, and the cowherd boys are like chasing after the smaller cows. Oh, we got to catch them. And then what's happening is the cows and the calves are like connecting on an emotional level like they never have before. Like, I love you so much.
And then understand.
And then the cowherd men, they're like, we got to stop the cows. And then they look at their sons who are all Krishnas. And then they're like, they forget all about the cows, like, my son. And they all
you get what's happening here, people? This is the craziest story ever. Where would you be happy and satisfied and deeply fulfilled if your child went out one day and an imposter child came back? You're living with like an imposter child. It's not your child. Yeah. Like in any other situation, that would be like horrific. Like a little fake child acting and looking just like your child. But in this situation, that imposter happens to be an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So your child looks more beautiful than ever. Your child, even if he talks back to you or acts inappropriate towards you, you're like, it's igniting more love in your heart. It's actually the craziest story you could ever think of. The imposter, you're falling in madly in love with the imposter child. Right. And this is what's going on. Krishna's making like these little imposters that are actually not jivas, not liberated souls. They're actually him, pieces of him in full as these cows. And
you're thinking like Shukadeva Goswami and the great acharyas. You got to.
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that.
It's the beard. No. Read the next verse. Read the next verse.
Text 19. By his Vasudev feature, Krishna simultaneously expanded himself into the exact number of missing cowherd boys and calves with their exact bodily features. This is crazy. This is like science fiction. Yeah. Their particular type of hands, legs, and other limbs, their sticks, bugles, and flutes, their lunch bags. He comes back with the exact same lunch bag. This is like AI gone right. If the
AI gone right.
Right? Like the worst thing you'd want is like, well, I'm going to have an AI family with little drones and, droids. Legs and other limbs, their sticks, bugles, flutes, identical lunch bags, ornaments placed in various ways, their names, their ages, their forms, and their special activities, like your little imposter child. Okay, can we play soccer today, Dad? I love soccer. My son loves soccer. And you couldn't tell. Like a parent could tell. You can't tell. The parents were even, and not only could they not tell, they were especially in love with this child.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about you today. You just look gorgeous today, more gorgeous than ever.
Now, this next sentence is very important, Raghunath.
By expanding himself in this way, beautiful Krishna prove the statement Samagra Jagad Vishnumayam. Lord Vishnu is all pervading.
Okay. This I
Text
think we
20.
need to read the commentary to this one, Raghunath.
You want to read commentary
But before we
19?
do, the idea, this phrase, Samagra Jagad Vishnu Mayam, it's very similar to this phrase. I think it's just kind of a rephrasing of the phrase from the, where's it from? Vishnu Purana? Yeah, Vishnu Purana 5.120. Sarvam Vishnu Mayam Jagat. Everything is the form of Vishnu, meaning that the entire universe is the form of Lord Vishnu. In other words, it shouldn't be so shocking that Krishna could take on, there are mystic yogis out there that do amazing things. Like sometimes they can reproduce themselves, right? They can make more, they can like create reproductions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it said even then, like the reproductions are kind of like moving almost like the dance that you were talking about earlier today. It's like, but what Krishna did here is even someone like Brahma has never seen another yogi do. He became everyone, and he became all their individual characteristics down to the most minute detail.
Are you saying that the mystic yogis can't make them look exactly like them? Like sort of like when they did you remember when my book came out? And all these fake AI versions of my book came out, or if you say if you put Ray Capo into like ChatGPT and make an image, a face will come out that sort of looks like me, but you know, it's like, that's not him. Is that what happens with the mystic yogis? You think like I don't quite look like the guy?
Well, at least I know they can't. We see what's happening is all of these different forms are running off to different places and doing different things at the same time. That the mystic yogis can't do.
Yeah, interesting.
You know, at least I know that much. So this is the idea here is that, and this will come out in the commentary, I think. But everything that those kids were made of, the original kids were made of, was Vishnu's energy anyway.
Mm.
It's all Vishnu's. God is everywhere. We just need to tune in, you know, to realize that this is all God's energy. It's all, in one sense, it's all Brahman, because it's all Krishna's energy. He has different categories of energy, but he can recreate anything, anywhere, anytime. It's all his energy, and he's the master of these energies. That's what Krishna is. He's got multifarious energies, and he's the master of them all. He can make them work. He can even make energies like the Yoga Maya Shakti that he falls under the influence of. He's the master of all these special energies. So please read the commentary.
So interesting. So interesting. It's so what's that TV show called? The Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Going on here. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Advaitam Achyutam Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha. Krishna, Param Brahma, right? The supreme personality of Godhead is Adyam, the beginning of everything. He is Adi Purusham, the ever youthful or original person. He can expand himself in more forms than one can even imagine. Yet, he does not fall down from his original form as Krishna. Therefore, he is called Achyuta. This is the supreme personality of Godhead. Sarvam Vishnu Mayam Jagat, Sarvam Kalv Idam Brahma. Krishna thus proved that he is everything, that he can become everything, but that still he is personally different from everything. Matstani Sarvabhutani Nachaham Teshvavashitaha. This is Krishna, who is understood by Achintya Beta Beta Tattva philosophy. Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Evava Shishyate. Krishna is always complete, and although he can create millions of universes, all of them full in all opulences, he remains as opulent as ever, without any change, Advaitam, right? This is explained by different Vaishnavacharyas through philosophies such as Vishuddha-dvaita, Vishistadvaita, and Dvaita-dvaita.
All different lineages teach just various nuances on the same truth that we're speaking of here.
Therefore, one must learn about Krishna from the Acharyas. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. One who follows the path of the acharyas knows things as they are. Such a person can know Krishna as he is, at least to some extent. And soon as one understands Krishna, one is liberated from material bondage. Boom.
So this, in this commentary, Prabhupada's quoting from Puranas, he's quoting from Upaniṣads, he's quoting from Bhagavad-gītā, just to establish, try to understand what Krishna is, right? Because you take even Lord Brahma, again, we're going to see Lord Brahma, we saw back in the second canto, he was born on the lotus flower, right?
Yeah.
He's the only being except from, he can't see Vishnu, everything's dark. There is no sun, right? There's nothing to light up this universe. He goes down the stem of the lotus. Where is my origin? This is the question that we're meant to ask. Where do I come from? Right? He can't find it with his own senses. He sits down the lotus and Lord Vishnu begins to speak to him in the heart, right? Tapa, do tapas. You can perceive what you can't perceive now through your discipline. He begins to meditate. And then Vishnu speaks to him through the heart. With that, he's empowered to create the universe. Now he knows Vishnu. It's not me. People may look at me and think I'm the creator. I'm really not. I create empowered by Vishnu. Vishnu is that being. He's the ultimate Lord. He's well aware of this, and he's a devotee. But Krishna, he doesn't understand who Krishna is. And that may be a conclusion that many people come to through reading all the Vedic literature. They may not even understand, they may understand Brahman, but not Paramatma, right? The non-personal form of the Supreme, but not the Paramatma, the more personal form that's behind everything and making everything work. And even if you understand that, you still may not understand that this is Krishna, right? Brahma didn't understand that. So when he saw the whole universe getting all excited about this boy, he's like, let me show people, like, I can bewilder this boy. Right? Now he's going to begin to realize, no, he is Vishnu. He's all-pervading. Everything is his energy. And in all the Vedic statements that Brahma is well aware of, because the Vedas have been spoken into his heart, now he's going to understand that it's all about him, this cute little boy who's running around with some yogurt and rice in his left hand.
It's like Brahma, you've been punked.
He's been punked. Brahma got punked. All right.
Ready for some takeaways?
Yeah,
Mara G.
All right. There's something different about kirtan when it's for God.
No, yeah, back to the beginning of the show. There's something different about kirtan when it's no longer a performance. You're just singing of the joy of song.
It shows you how the external serve the internal, right? Like, it's a, you know what?
Go.
Yeah,
I got one for you.
That when you're sitting in chairs looking up at the stage, you feel, even as a devotee, you feel somewhat disconnected. You're more likely to feel disconnected.
Right.
Whereas when it was set up in that way, you felt like, I'm right in the middle of it. I'm part of it. We're all in this together. It's very different.
Yeah.
The external serves the internal.
I was going to say, Luke Carmen came and he sang at our Wisdom of the Sage Ascent. And he's not like a famous kirtan guy, and he's not Pavarotti, but the guy's got a sweet heart, the sweet heart cut through any like harmonium foibles or cracks in the voice or whatever. And it was so beautiful to hear him sing that I was just like, yep, this is Bhakti coming here, coming through on the Bhakti train.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
That's it.
Right?
That's what matters.
You go to India, sometimes you see these guys, they're waving their hands and they're singing, and sometimes you feel like, are you performing for me? Because I'm not interested in performance here. I want a kirtan.
That's right.
If you're on a different channel, you won't pick up God.
Unless you're on the God channel.
Is there a God channel? Probably isn't. The God channel.
This is the God channel. Wisdom of the Sage is the God channel. And we're the God channel.
My own ego, desires, and addictions are the static keeping me from God.
My own ego, desires, and addictions is the static keeping me from God. Very good, Mara.
You said it, Prabhu.
Oh, I said it? Okay. Very good, me.
The song is still there. You just got to dial it in.
The song is there. You got to dial it in. Like that. It's a great analogy. The radio waves are in the room, we're just like, the radio is off.
Yeah.
The
Turn it
radio is off.
Tune in, turn on, drop out. That's a great one right there, Mara.
There you
Yeah.
go.
But we'll all drop out of school or college or how was it?
Our sadhana is to align us with Krishna's rhythm.
All right.
You know,
I
it's
got a photograph of you
unbelievable.
there.
It's unbelievable that it took the crazy generation of the 60s where children are literally walking away from their homes and their families at young ages and finding an acharya and then like redoing their life after they've done so much damage, created so much noise, then redoing their life.
Yeah.
And these are the people, these were the seeds that set up a whole international
Sometimes you have to
movement.
deconstruct something, then to reconstruct, right?
Yes, sometimes things have to burn to the ground for little sprouts to grow, huh?
The restrictions are to enhance our freedom.
There you go. Yamas and niyamas enhance our freedom. They don't take away our freedom. They give us more freedom. How much freedom? If I say, hey, you can drive on any side of the road, you're free. Guess what? You're going to take away your own freedom by driving on the left side in America, right?
Get hurt.
Instead of the right side. You're going to take away your freedom and the freedom of other people.
It's crazy.
All right. Tune in. God's energy is everywhere.
Tune into that.
And
There you go.
you think you punked Krishna. Krishna punked you.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
you don't punk me, I punk you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are having shows. Yes, I'm going on a bike ride, but we are having shows today and tomorrow and Wednesday. And I tell you, I get so excited to do Monday morning show now.
What about Sweet Baby Krishna?
Sweet Baby Krishna, you know, I got to prepare for tomorrow. I can't do it.
All right.
Maybe I could do it on the bike trip.
Oh.
You know, maybe. I'll let you know. Because it's going to be sort of like I have no idea where I'm going or staying or anything. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Wisdom of the Sages, community-supported podcast. You like what we do, you can contribute something. And if you really like what we do, contribute more. If you like what we do a little, contribute less. You know, depending on how much you watch it every day, give a bucket load. Give whatever you like from your heart. We appreciate it. And that's what keeps this love boat floating, everybody.